Compost is supposed to be black gold, the cornerstone of a thriving, regenerative garden. But if you've ever lifted the lid on your compost bin and been hit with a wave of sour, nose-wrinkling stench, or noticed it looks more like a slimy swamp than a healthy soil amendment, you're not alone. Many gardeners unknowingly sabotage their compost pile by getting one thing wrong, and more often than not, it's a matter of balance, too much nitrogen. When your pile gets too wet, add dry carbon-rich materials to soak up the excess. If it's too dry, a slow watering while turning the pile will rehydrate the microbial community and get things moving again. One of the best skills a composter can develop is the ability to read the signs, because compost always tells you how it's feeling. If your pile is bright green, matted, or visibly slimy, there's too much nitrogen. If the contents are unchanged week after week and look bone dry or flaky, it lacks moisture. If it's steaming, that's good. It means decomposition is in high gear. But if it's cold and inactive, something's wrong. Color is another clue. Healthy compost is dark brown to black and crumbly. Piles that are still in mid-breakdown often show a mix of shades, browns, light greens, and fibrous bits. But if your pile is mostly one color, like solid green or pale yellow, it's out of balance. Pay attention to movement as well. Flies, ants, and rodents are drawn to piles that are imbalanced or smell bad. Earthworms, on the other hand, are a sign of health. Their presence usually means the pile is hospitable and breaking down at a steady pace. Healthy compost smells like rich soil, like a forest floor after a light rain. It's a deep, earthy scent that signals microbial life is active and balanced. But when things go sideways, the smell shifts. If your pile starts to stink like ammonia, sewage, or sulfur, you're dealing with excess nitrogen and low oxygen. That combination triggers anaerobic fermentation, which halts the beneficial breakdown and makes your pile more attractive to pests than plants. The quickest way to reset this is to add dry carbon, like shredded cardboard, sawdust, or dry straw, and turn the pile thoroughly. You're diluting the nitrogen and injecting oxygen at the same time, allowing the aerobic bacteria to reclaim their territory. A well-functioning compost pile runs warm. Between 120 and 150 degrees Fahrenheit is ideal. This level of heat helps speed up decomposition, kill pathogens, and destroy weed seeds. If your pile is cold, it may need more greens or moisture, but if it's getting too hot and begins to smell, you may be feeding it too much nitrogen without enough balance. An overheating pile can burn out microbes and kill the very organisms you need to create rich compost. Turning the pile, adding carbon and sprinkling in water can help lower the temperature and bring it back into a healthy range. If your compost is slimy, smelly, or stagnant, you can begin fixing it immediately. Start by aerating the entire pile. Break it apart if necessary, then rebuild it with layers of dry browns between the nitrogen-heavy greens. Monitor the moisture level as you go. If it's wet, hold back on watering and mix in dry ingredients. If it's too dry, add a light sprinkle of water with each layer. Stir thoroughly to ensure that oxygen is getting to every part of the pile. Check in daily for a few days. If the smell improves and the pile begins to warm, you're back on track. Over time, aim for a steady rhythm. Add greens and browns in alternating layers. Keep an eye on the moisture. Turn it weekly. Composting isn't a one-time action. It's a living system that needs ongoing care. But the reward is enormous dark, nutrient-rich humus that can transform even the poorest garden soil. Think of your compost pile as a dialogue with your garden. It tells you what it needs, and when you listen and respond, you create a cycle of renewal that feeds everything else. Don't be discouraged if you've made mistakes. Everyone does. The key is knowing what to look for and how to respond when things go wrong. With a little observation, a few adjustments, and a touch of patience, you'll have your pile humming along in no time. If you found this guide helpful, hit the subscribe button and join the HydroHaven community. Share this with a gardening friend who's had composting frustrations. We're all learning together. Let's turn waste into wisdom, one pile at a time.